Hey guys, this is Daniel Ransom with Austin Underground. Today I'm speaking through Regrets about their tour for their new debut album that just dropped in January, Feel Your Feelings Fool. So to get started, what first kind of drew y'all all to like music and wanting to be in a band? I guess we'll start with
Does one of you want
I
to?
guess we can take it around this way.
I started taking music classes at school, and then I was playing bass, and then I started playing guitar, and then my brother gave me a guitar. I don't know. I just liked the communal aspect of it and working together. I think that was the main thing. Was it wasn't like a sport where you have to like fight against people. It was more just like we get to work together. It's fun. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And what about you?
I've always kind of known I wanted to do music. I used to really love Britney Spears when I was younger, and I was like, I'm going to be a pop star. And then I grew up and I was like, yeah, I don't really want to do that, but I want to be in music, and my grandfather taught me guitar. And then it just kept going from there.
Okay, cool.
When I was 5, I went to a concert, this band, the Donnas, and it's an all-girl band. And that was the first time I had ever seen something like that, obviously, being 5. And I loved it, and that's all I wanted to do. So for my 6th birthday, I got a guitar and started taking lessons the next day. And my guitar teacher taught me how to write music, too, and how to sing, kind of, and how to just learn through using those tools. And then, yeah, I started a band when I was 7 and just kind of grew from there.
Okay, cool.
My cousin played drums in a band, and I knew I wanted to play music. I didn't know what instrument I wanted to play, and I was like, "Why not drums?" Because my cousin was doing it, and that's it.
She sounded so
That's
mousy
it, that's
at
it.
first.
How did you come up with the name The Regrets?
We met a long time ago at a music school, and we kind of just all, we were friends, and then we kind of lost touch. We reconnected at a show that we were all playing at.
2 years ago, a little less than 2 years ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
The name sort of came from, I was just, honestly just I was in the car and just randomly thinking of different band names, and I wanted something that represented kind of the sound that was being created when I was writing music, and I felt like the Regrets, well, the way we spell it with like as with ETTES, so it's like ETS, which is kind of reminiscent of 60s girl groups,
60s girl
you
group,
know.
Motown pop.
Yeah, exactly. And the word regrets, though, itself is a darker word, obviously, so I feel like that's kind of what our sound is. It's like a darker, Motown-y, I don't even know. But, yeah, whatever. I liked it.
Much of y'all's personal life do you try to like encompass into your music? Looking into it, a lot of your songs deal with like what's it like to grow up in this time and age for millennials with like internet, like and putting ourselves out there, and the negativities that can come with it, like self-comparison and self-doubt.
Yeah. I think that almost all of our music is, representation of things we go through, because that's just what we write about. Sometimes I like to write from other people's perspectives. Like, I like to kind of put myself in the place of someone else or a character that I've made up in my head, but most of the time it's from my point of view.
What about the rest of y'all?
Well, Lazy Lou was a character we
Yeah,
made up.
exactly.
It was originally Lucy Lou, but then that's yeah. So Lazy Lou was a character we came up with, which was kind of fun. It was a different sort of experience. We kind of wrote it almost as imagining it as a music video, and then creating the song around the imagery that way.
Okay. Wow, that's cool. So, like, what is the writing process like for all of y'all? I know, Lydia, you're the lead singer, but I'm sure everyone has a hand that they dip into, like, helping out with writing and assembly and then, like, putting it together and producing a song.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it comes from Lydia, because she writes the lyrics, and she comes to us with little demos. She had a lot of demos coming into it when we were all starting the band, and they're all such great songs, and it honestly didn't take that much work for us to put ourselves into it, because I think it is so relatable, and it's something that we can all get excited about. Yeah, we all just...
Where do y'all kind of draw some of your musical inspiration from? I'm pretty sure y'all all, like, do, like, the same style of music. but I'm sure y'all also have some differences. So like kind of piecing that together to come up with one sound for the band.
I'm just agreeing
No,
with it.
yeah. Well, a lot of my music in the past that I've written has been inspired by a combo of like Buddy Holly, the Ronettes, and like Hole maybe. That's like what I was listening to a lot at the time that our record was written, or parts of it were written, and yeah. So I think that you can hear a lot of that in our sound. Yeah, yeah.
Are there any maybe artists like past and present that y'all kind of look up to? And I don't want to say emulate, but they kind of motivate you.
I think we all kind of have our like our guiding angel, like our guardian angel instrument music person. I specifically look up to Freddie Mercury a lot and Prince, just because they are so much of themselves, and they put a lot of themselves out there in the way they look and the way they act on stage. They're big characters. I don't know, what about you?
I look up to a lot of folk artists, from older folk artists, like Joni Mitchell is probably my biggest role model. And then also Neil Young and Bowie, of course. Everyone loves Bowie, but he, I think, as a character, I think inspired me a lot when I was younger, just in a lot of ways, like as a performer and as a songwriter. Yeah, those three things.
I think more recently, like Patti Smith has been someone that I've been has been someone that has just been like, she's just such a
Diva.
huge, well,
Big
not,
personality.
she's just amazing. I don't know, she's a queen.
Yeah, she's magnificent.
Yeah. I think a lot of people diss Courtney Love, but I love Courtney Love. Like, I think that she was, you know, a lot of people say that Kurt wrote her music, and even if he did, it doesn't matter, because she, like, as a stage personality was just so, she just did so many things that hadn't been done really. Kathleen Hanna, for obvious reasons, and Stevie Nicks.
Any drum inspo?
Well, as a drummer, I really like Phil Collins. He's my boy. As bands, I really like this band Foals, and I've listened to a lot of Fantagram lately, and I really respect those guys now, because they do a lot of things I didn't know they did before I started listening.
The album just dropped in January, and it's titled "Feel Your Feelings Full." Like, how did that come about? Like, it's like a command almost.
Yes. I think that it kind of just summed up the overarching message of a lot of the music on our record, because each song specifically talks about something different, but I think that overall we just want people to not lie to themselves and not have to feel like they have to put on a front, even just for themselves. And it's really hard to be vulnerable and to let yourself feel whatever you're feeling, because, you know, so many things in the world are telling you to not do that. So, yeah.
Anything y'all two want to share about it?
I just want to say, feel your feelings.
I mean, Lydia came to us with that name. The second she said it,
We all
knew that that was it.
Yeah.
That was the name that it was going to be.
Yeah.
Okay, a common synergy that this was the one.
That was absolutely, I think, right away.
Okay, cool.
Like, that's it.
And so yesterday, or I don't know, I guess time-wise, maybe 2 days ago, but you just dropped a video for Seashore, and it kind of, you know, is this sort of visage of women protesting over time. So I guess what was y'all's thought process with putting that together, and then just like drawing inspiration, you know, why did you draw inspiration from those different periods in time and that specific like type of stance that's happened over history?
That actually all came from the whole treatment for that video, and the writing and everything was from the director, Claire Vogel, and she's amazing, and she just executed it so well. Like, it just, I don't know. Like, reading the treatment at first, we were a little bit skeptical, I think, But then we also have done photo shoots with her, and like I've seen her other videos, and just we trust her a lot. So we were like, okay, and then
Yeah.
it turned out better than we could have ever imagined. So yeah, very proud. She's incredible.
Oh, is there any, like, did y'all give some of your own input, whether it was like a certain scene or like
Honestly,
costumes?
not really. We kind of let her take the reins on this one. Usually I'm very like stubborn about things, and I like to have my way. Like I don't know, like I am very just picky. And with this, it was very interesting and nice and new to kind of just sit back and like, I remember like 2 days before we shot the video, we were talking to Claire because we did like a fitting. And I was like, wait, is there like going to be food and stuff? And she was like, what are you talking about? Like, we have all these people, like, you're going to have a crew full of people on set. And I was like, oh yeah, there's like all these things that I'm just not involved in. And it was really nice to just trust someone. And it, yeah.
Especially, I think, again, going back to the fact it was this, Claire's knows what she wants, and she
Exactly.
has an image, and I
Yeah.
think we chose the treatment because of her. Again, it was she.
treatment.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah.
And so, putting your song Seashore to the video, what message is it trying to convey or impart to viewers?
The song started as just kind of a big FU to bullies, pretty much, or people that, you know, talk down to you. And I think Claire did a really great job of capturing that in a different way that we had never really imagined, with kind of putting us in these scenarios where people in the time periods that we were kind of being placed in didn't really have the rights, or they would get killed if they were to speak up for themselves or say the things we say in the song. So we're so lucky to be in a time period, and we, you know, we live in LA, so living there we get to speak our minds pretty much. And we have a platform to do that, so we wanted to kind of have us going back into these time periods and saying what they couldn't say.
How has being like signed with the kind of bigger studio kind of helped you creatively wise? Do you get to be a little bit more experimental with some of the choices you make in your lyrics and songs?
They just back us up, like, with whatever we want to do, which is really nice. They don't try and, you know, give us their opinion if we don't ask for it. They just want us to do what we want to do, so it's great.
Yeah, plus we have a great A&R team, and producer Mike Elizondo is like 100% on our side all the time. He knows what we're trying to convey, and he knows how to get that message across, and so he's really helpful at that. And plus Warner Brothers lets us do pretty much whatever we want, because they trust us just as much as we trust them.
Yeah, basically we go into them and we say, this is what we want to do, and they tell us what's possible and how we can do it. It's not so much them telling us what to do. We have these ideas that we come in with, and they help us make it possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys, you're not new to touring. I guess what's a memory that's kind of stuck out from any tour y'all may have been on, whether it's a previous one or this one?
We have a tour manager, like a separate person.
Yeah,
on
we
this
have
tour.
a.
It's new this tour.
Yeah, this is the first time we have someone helping us load and unload and do all of that stuff. It's really freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's loud downstairs.
Did you want to share any?
Yeah.
Yeah, one time we're on our way to Tucson, and you know my favorite band is Foles. So
them.
well, hang on.
I
Well,
did.
so
I
I was on
them.
Instagram and I was scrolling through and I saw the guitar player's gram and he was on the his post and he was sitting poolside at a hotel, and Letty did some detective work and found the pool, and we went there and acted like we were staying there, and we like said hi to them, and they were the nicest guys in the world.
Very
was great.
creepy, but worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Do y'all have anything else like that?
That was
No,
like
that's
literally the
the
coolest
standout,
one.
yeah.
That was our first tour too. Our first ever
I think
tour.
it was one of our first few dates. We were just very enthusiastic. So the fact that we could do that, I think we went for it just because we
Yeah.
were excited. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, what are y'all looking forward to once y'all finish up this tour?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
we're going to
We're
Europe.
Yeah, we're going to Europe with Swimmers, which is going to be the most amazing tour in the world. We can't wait. We love Swimmers so much.